Murillo. Nottingham Forest's Murillo. One of the better centre-backs this season, Murillo. We got some updates we need to speak about today, innit? We have some updates that we need to speak about. You know what I'm saying? Murillo, I don't even, Nottingham Forest, 22-year-old Brazilian Murillo that could be worth a lot of money, but probably could be prized away from the club if the money is right. And we know Liverpool got the money right. Hey, listen, before we get into this video, we do have an update. We got an update, and I'm here to bring you the news because that's what we do. It's what I do. But listen, guys, let's get to 350 likes. So hit that thumbs up button down below and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're not already and you're enjoying the content. We're about 20 subscribers away from 19.7K. You can see it down there. And also, we are not too far from 20K. So let's support the channel. Let's grow as a community. But let's get to the nitty-gritty. We got a Murillo update for Liverpool, and it's quite out of the blue. This is mad random. I can't lie. I didn't expect to be making this video. I did see the post, get retweeted and stuff on Dave Okop stuff yesterday evening. But I didn't really pay no attention to it. I can't lie. And I'm even going to share my page now so you can see what I'm seeing, because this is something for me. Like, I didn't think Murillo and Liverpool were going to be a thing. And I'm not saying it is a concrete thing. What I'm saying is that I'm going to just give you guys some information here to show that Liverpool did have a standing interest in this player and can still have a standing interest in this player. It just more depends on the money. And here's this tweet. So this is back from May the 7th. Yeah. Murillo is one of the centre-backs under consideration by Liverpool ahead of the summer transfer window. Obviously signed from Corinthians in 2023 for just 10.6 million. Murillo has become a cornerstone for Forest's defense, making 64 Premier League appearances since joining the club, and earning the club's 23-24 Player of the Season award. And he was brilliant this season just gone as well. Now, here's a tweet that came out. I'm going to share this tab instead, where they re-quoted it and said, "The Athletic have confirmed today that Murillo is a player of interest for Liverpool," and that's quoted from the news from May the 7th. And this was an update that came earlier today, and that exclusive has come literally today at 11:34. So again, some interesting news on Murillo. And here's the thing with Murillo, innit? Here's the thing. He's a very highly rated centre-back in the Premier League. And I'm not going to lie, for a player of his ilk, or what we've seen at the age of 22, how good of a replacement could he be for one of our main centre-backs? Or could he be on the centre-back roster for Liverpool? Now, it's going to cost us a lot of money, in my opinion. A lot of money. I don't see a player that's 22 that's had a season like that going for any less than 70 million, in my opinion. That's not what I value him at, but that's what I feel like the price is going to be, just so these guys can kind of maximize their profit over at Nottingham Forest. Again, they've had a very good season. Players like Kalanga, Wood having great seasons. Morgan Gibbs-White's had a good season. Milinkovic was brilliant. Sels was brilliant. Aina was brilliant. They didn't get that Champions League space in the end, and I think they got conference in the end. But at the end of the day, they had a great season, and Murillo was one of the main staples in that team. Going forward, defensively, his duels, brother, this guy wins his duels, bro. This guy has no neck, This guy has, look at me. This guy has no neck, He has no neck. You don't mess with brothers with no neck, bro. These men like this, they're built like NFL players. You see when them NFL players that walk like this and breathe like they're overweight and that, bro, don't mess with them, brothers. If you go into a 50-50, you're coming out on the receiving end. I'm telling you that right now. This guy looks like he wins his duels, isn't it? He is a unit. He is a unit. The only thing in my opinion, and we're going to get back to the information. I've got some more information to show you guys as well. The only thing I'd say that is worrying is his height. I'm not going to lie, the height, I'll be so real. I think man's just about 6 foot. He's either 6 foot with studs on or he's 6 foot. I'm 5'11". We can't be spending 80 million on no centre back. That's the same height as me. I can't lie. I'm gonna be real. That's I'm not really too sure about that one. As good as he is on the ball, his ball playing ability, he plays in quite a deep line with a lot of protection. You know, even though Liverpool don't play as Highland as they used to on the clock and under slot, there's more protection of the centre backs. So I don't think this transition between a new centre back like Murillo playing for Forest and Liverpool would be too vast. I feel like it would be a decent transition if he was to come to Liverpool, but Bedrin, the height thing, bro. I'm used to land of the Giants. Matip 6'6", Verge 6'5", Konate 6'5". Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to land of the Giants. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So here's the article as well. You can see the Athletic confirm our exclusive Murillo news, and I'll share this tab as you can see. It says Nottingham Forest Murillo is well known. Nottingham Forest Murillo is well liked, sorry, but expected to be valued too high. So this is the quote that's been used. Liverpool expect the value of Murillo to be too high. I think you guys might struggle to read that, but it's just over here. It says value too high. Now, for a centre back to be valued too high, I kind of understand Liverpool's standpoint and why we would probably edge to maybe Mark Gahey more. They're both left-sided centre backs, obviously, as well. Why I understand it, but I feel like sometimes you do have to overpay. He's got 4 years left on his contract. As I said, his club. He signed a long-term contract in the January this year, and obviously committing him to the club until 2029. So obviously he's going to be costing up 70 million and upwards, minimum 70 million, probably even 80 and plus. Yeah, but I feel like sometimes you do have to overpay. Would I pay that money for Murillo? Probably not. I think Gahey would be the better suit, but Murillo is only 22 and he's still got a lot to learn. So he's got multiple contracts, big money contracts in him. I feel like he will get a move. It just kind of depends when that will come and how this next season is going to be pivotal for him. If he is able to kind of replicate his performances from last season, then I don't see why he won't maintain his value or at least get a move, which is obviously a year closer to his contract. So I still think the club will be able to gain profit, speaking from Nottingham Forest point of view. And obviously here also, Nottingham Forest Murillo is also well liked, but expected to be valued too high. Now, Liverpool and Darwin Núñez will be bringing in Liverpool some money. He will be bringing us in about 50 million or so. Harvey Elliott, 40 million. We've already got 35 for Kwanzaa. We've got 10 million for Trent. We're going to probably get some money for Doak. I know Nat Phillips also gone on a permanent as well. I probably missed another in there as well. Hopefully we might sell. Probably, maybe. I don't think we'll sell Joe Gomez. One of the left backs will go as well for probably a small fee. So Liverpool will be recouping in their money, especially after spending about 170 and more on the 3 players that we've just got. Kirk has just been pretty much going to get announced today as well, as he's completed his medical. So, you know, looking over here, you can see that, you know, it's more so the money. You know, it says, meanwhile, Liverpool have already been held direct talks with Hater as well, whose versatility is both appreciated on the left back and obviously in the heart of defense. But I just kind of want to look at this comparison here. This is the comparison I want to look at. Him and Mark Gahey, because those are the 2 centre backs we've been linked with now. And, you know, 2 years difference in age. Murillo's 1 centimeter taller, and they've got quite a similar rating each per game. Their heat map's quite similar if you look at the heat map as well. But I'm going to move myself back over here just because I feel like my fat face is just in the way right now. So let me just move myself back over here. Let me move myself over here. You lot can see now the heat map's pretty much the same. Do you know what I'm saying? If you look at the minutes per game, pretty much the same. Appearances, pretty much the same. Very similar. 3,060 to 3,191, pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? You look at, I don't really care about the attacking side of things. I know Murillo is very good going forward, but Gahey actually has the superior stats here on the left side. That's what I would say. But pass accuracy, this is what's important. This is what Slot likes. Again, I'm not talking about assists, but pass accuracy is very important. You know, accurate long balls per game, 3.3, literally the same. Big chances created, 5-2. Obviously, I know what Mark Gahey got made that cross for Munoz. I can't remember who that was against, but I do remember that goal. And Murillo is crossing the ball a little bit more per game, which is not what we need from our centre backs. But again, this ball playing ability is something that Slot really likes. That's why I feel like Konate was not the one to start the season, and Kwanzaa was the one to be put in the team. But again, he didn't win enough duels and lost his place in the team very, very quickly. And Konate, being the superior centre back, did come back into the team. So if we're looking at interceptions, Murillo's putting in more. Tackles, you'd say is Gahey by 0.3. Dribble pass per game is exactly the same. Clearances, Murillo's clearing more. both teams are quite defensive in Glasner's style and Nuno's style, but I think I'd say Nottingham Forest style is a bit more defensive than Palace, but still both two defensive sides, which is why I think these comparisons are valid. You know what I'm saying? Where they're blocking a similar amount of shots, 0.2, 0 to 0.1 to Murillo, 0.1, sorry. And then you've got successful his duels one. To be fair, I'll be honest, yeah. I thought Murillo would have been superior in duels one because he looks like he comes out on top of most of his duels. Pause. But you know what I'm saying? But you look at ground duels, Gahey is superior. Aerial duels, Gahey is superior. Possession lost is pretty much the same. Fouls pretty much the same, and was fouled. Gahey gets fouled more, 0.8 to Murillo, 0.2. And obviously, cards-wise, very similar as well. Just the one red card, though, for Mark Gahey. So the stats are very similar. So it makes sense as to why Mark Gahey and Murillo are appreciated because, again, these guys are very similar in their statistics and what they bring to their teams. And even though they play for more defensive structures in what they're doing, they're very good on the ball, and I think that's what Slot kind of wants from his defenders. And Konate, who is a very good defender, hasn't signed his contract yet, and still kind of lacks on the ball from a technical standpoint, which the manager does prefer in his centre backs. But again, Murillo is appreciated. Do I see Liverpool putting in the money for him? Probably not. But if we make enough sales, and maybe, as I said, we don't know what happens with Diaz and some of the other players, I don't see why this can't be a possibility. I think Gahey, for me, has the better body of work, but I think Murillo hit the higher heights in the individual season last year. That's my opinion. Guys, let me know in the comments below who you think is a superior centre-back, Gahey or Murillo. And let me know which one you prefer in general. Would you go for more the younger centre-back, a couple of years younger? As I said, Murillo's 22 compared to Gahey being 24. Or would you prefer a little bit more experience next to Van Dijk, knowing that Van Dijk probably won't have more than 2 years left in him? So we need someone who's ready to take the helm and be more of a leader and step into Liverpool's centre-back back line and be that commanding presence. We'll have to see. But yeah, man, Murillo, you know what I'm saying? The no-neck bandit, you know what I'm saying? The Brock Lesnar, whatever you want to call him, you know what I'm saying? We have to go for that. I don't know. It's a weird one. But I do feel like it's a very interesting link for Liverpool, but it does make sense. Or do you guys look at Mark Gahey and go, yeah, that's our guy? Or does Konate just sign a contract and none of this conversation really needs to happen and we sign one of them to be a third place centre-back? We'll see. If you made it this far, make sure you smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you also subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one, man. It's going to be a very interesting next few days.